All right, guys, we're going to get right into it. The old model of success is gone. Go to college, get a job, work until you're 65 and retire. I bet you that formula actually worked back in your parents' day. But that all changed in 2020, man. COVID hit, and remote work shattered the borders of the job market. Companies started to wake up and realize how many people they actually needed versus didn't need, and then AI showed up and quietly started replacing white-collar, entry-level jobs. So, if you're still running that old playbook that worked back in the day, it's a lot like stepping into a modern battlefield with a sword and a shield. It doesn't matter how hard you work, it doesn't matter how hard you train, you're outgunned. So today I just want to go through some uncomfortable truths about the current operating environment that we're forced to live in, and I want to let you know how I'm navigating this so I can continue to build a life, a future, and financial freedom for myself and my family. And we're just going to get right into it. Uncomfortable truth number one, college is a tool, not a guarantee. Now listen, I went to college. It worked fairly well for me. I don't think it's an evil thing, but I also don't think it's magic. I don't think it's going to solve all your problems, and I think it's sold as something that would. When I say it's a tool, what I mean is you only need to use it when it's the correct thing to solve the actual problem. So if you're an engineer, if you want to be a doctor, so far as I can tell, you need a college degree, and that's kind of the path that you have to go through. But if you want to go into a field that doesn't require a degree, it's not like it was in 1992 where you just go to college and then you come out and you get a job. Like, I would really go and look at the field that you want to be in, start looking at job recs and job openings for the positions. And if a college degree isn't something that's required there, then you got to do the math. Okay, you got to check in, like, is this worth giving up 4 years of income when I could just go right out of high school into this field? Is this worth saddling myself down with potentially hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt that's going to take me 10 years to pay back? If you're just arbitrarily following the herd and going to college but not knowing why, you might be setting yourself up for, you might be giving yourself a multi-decade setback, and it could result in you never being able to retire and get the things you want. So I'm not saying don't go to school, but if you don't need school to be in the field that you want, then I would think about that decision very, very, very long. Number two, AI won't take your job, okay? A person using AI will. And I've seen a lot of different videos on this about how effective AI is or isn't. Here's the reality, man. AI is already here. And the job it's replacing aren't physical or repetitive. They're strategic, creative, and even analytical. So if you're not already using AI to speed up your writing or to create efficiencies in your own job, whatever that may be, it could be coding, thinking. The reality of it is you're falling behind. AI is a tool, just like a degree, and you need to leverage it and you need to learn it, because the people that know how to use it won't just be faster, they'll be cheaper, they'll be more scalable, and they'll be harder to replace than you. So it's not fun. I wish it wasn't like that, but I'm urging you to be those people because we're at a crossroads here. And the reality is you don't have to be scared of it. Just get good at it before somebody else does. Number three, a job is basically the gym for skills, and it's nothing more, okay? A job is what you do to make money. It's also your training ground. If you're getting paid and you're at a company that values these high-level skills, and you can sit there and you can get exposure to them by taking on projects, or you can get trainings, then you need to take advantage of that. You need to use every tool that they have to offer. You need to take on tasks, and you need to build rare, valuable skills. Your company will like this because they'll be getting a ton of utility out of you, and you'll like it because you'll be getting paid basically for an education, okay? You learn your craft on their dime. But don't confuse the opportunity with loyalty, okay? Your company's not your family. It's not your friend. It's also not evil. It's a for-profit machine, and you're there because you serve a function. And once you don't, you're gone. And that's not cynicism. It's just an understanding, man. I got zero problems with companies, but just see it for what it is. Don't see it for what it's not, and figure out where you get in where you fit in. That's kind of how you can kind of make peace with that and not be mad at your company. You kind of just see the reality of it for what it is, and you use it to benefit you and your life, and ideally you have to use it to benefit them, okay? It's not just a relationship like anything else. So here's what I'd recommend to start to get yourself to a place where you're going to put yourself in an advantageous position for this ever-changing environment. You need to build income streams. You need to build ownership. You need to build your escape, because nobody's going to build it for you, okay? A job gives you income, and that's your fuel. But freedom comes from building these revenue streams. The ownership of the revenue streams, not the labor. So there's a bunch of ways to go about this, and I would suggest building multiple in tandem. For me, I love dividend stocks. They pay me $270 per month. Working to save up extra income right now for a rental income. It's another way. Same thing, you own the means of productions. If you've got a small online business or a product, that can be one way. This YouTube channel can be one way, but you need multiple diversified streams of income. Okay, this isn't meme coins and options trading. That's not going to save you. And I'll just pause there for a second because clearly I've lived it. Those get rich quick schemes, that's a trap, not an asset. You scroll through any day trading video comment section, and what you see in there is desperation. You see people who want out now. Okay, I've been there. And when you're sick of the way things are, a lot of times you'll believe anything, particularly when you're young and impressionable. And that's where the scammers show up, man. Here's their favorite lie. I see it in trading videos. You have to be unprofitable for years before it clicks. That's just a myth, okay? That's a myth so they can bleed you dry while they sell you courses and they have you watch their content. And year over year, they're making their primary income from content. They are not making their primary income from trading 99.9% of the time, because why would they be wasting their time making content if they could just scale it up and make $1 zillion? They wouldn't. It's a lie. It's a lie every time, okay? By realizing it's a lie, sooner rather than later, you're going to save yourself so much time. The fastest path to freedom starts with patience, okay? You have to stabilize mentally, emotionally, and financially. The get-rich-quick mindset is a tax that you're going to pay for not being able to sit with the discomfort of your current situation. Don't pay it. Don't be the guy pitching deals with no skin in the game, chasing money, because you feel like you should be rich by now. Nobody wants to hear that except other broke guys trying to skip the line as well, okay? It's not a network, it's a pyramid scheme. The way out of the maze is real, slow, and solid. No one can sell it to you. You need to build it yourself. That's all I'll say about that. Moving on. My framework for freedom. So here's the system that I'm currently running. Take this, tweak it for your personal situation, do whatever you want with it, but I want to see you all succeed. Number one is maximizing my income. This goes from trying to get raises, negotiate raises, get myself into higher paying positions at my job through leveraging skills and increasing my skills. I want to keep and it also leverages side hustles, like this YouTube channel. It leverages dividends, anything I can do to make additional money. I want to get that top line revenue for myself. I think of myself as a business as high as I can every single year. Thinking of myself as a business, I also want to keep my lifestyle inflation low. Not forever, but long enough to breathe, man. I want to create a gap. Income minus my expenses is my freedom number. And the bigger that gap is, the faster your freedom shows up. Which brings me to the next point. What you need to do with all that gap between your income and your expenses is to consistently invest in assets that pay you. You need to be using AI daily to improve your processes, to improve any side hustles that you have so you can be more efficient and scale up more. And you need to use your job as the gym, basically, for your mind, for your network, and leverage the skills through the reps that you get. Okay? So I'll leave you that. My final thoughts are see the maze and then solve it. You didn't ask to be in this situation. I didn't ask to be in this situation. Life is hard, man. Making your way in the world today takes everything you got. We didn't ask to be here, but here we are, okay? We can choose to be mad about that, or we can go out and we can get it. Because the reality is, no one's going to get it for us. And yes, that's unfair, and the solution is not to pretend that it's not happening, okay? The solution, in my mind, is to see the situation as clearly as you can, even when it's uncomfortable, to conduct yourself as a kind, decent, and good human being, but don't be blind, okay? Update your playbook, learn the tool, stack the skills, own your time. Don't get caught up in the doom talk and it can't be done. It can be done, man. Every generation in the past has faced issues, and some people benefit greatly, and some people get left behind. You don't have to get left behind. Escape the maze, and then build a life that you want. Don't get discouraged. Let me know in the comments what you're doing to build your path to freedom. Hope this helps. Hope you all get what you want out of life. Peace.